6 of The Himmelgod Has Spoken. I am Brian Himmelfarb, aka The Himmelgod. Welcome once again to another live stream. A little bit different than what we're used to on Twitch because of the fact that usually I'm playing a game. Not doing that this time. Unfortunately, hotel internet a little bit bad. So we can't really play a game, talk to you guys, play some more, and the usual format that we've done. Unfortunately, can't do that. I've been trying for a few times here to go live on Twitch. Hasn't worked out. Usually I would be on for like a minute, and then the internet kicks off. This is what happens when you're in a hotel and you're all the way down from the other end of a hotel so far away from the freaking router. Dude, I used to go to Best Buy and try and find a way to go ahead and hook up. That didn't work. I tried everything I could, getting boosters or everything. It didn't fucking work. So for a little while, this is going to be the format for a little bit for the Himmelgod Has Spoken IRL. Works for me. Works for everyone. Why not? So thank you guys for everyone that's going to be here, whether you're live here on Twitch or you're over on YouTube watching this after, let's face it, Thursday nights becoming prime-time real estate, especially for podcasts in the JCS community, in the Foul Mouth community, in the JB community. We seem to have a lot of people wanting to stream on Thursday, and it could be a real mess. What's up, Elias? Elias is in the house. What is going on? So, it's going to be a little bit of a mess in terms of getting people, so it's going to be a pain, but we're growing a community. It's kind of like an extension of JCS and everything. So it's going to be cool. Everyone that's here, great. We got a whole bunch of shows, especially on Thursday. We got Thursday Night Throwdown coming up. We got Bill and Ken's Excellent Adventure. They're coming up. Usually we get Wrestling Memories on Thursday. A lot of great shows going on. The Wi-Fi does let me down every once in a while. It's just a mess, man. We do everything we can, and that's kind of the point here for the show tonight. So thank you for everyone joining me for episode number 6. Not going to be the longest of episodes tonight, but it should still be a lot of fun. So let's get right down to the business here. Besides a couple of new changes, go ahead and throw out that we got donations now. I have donations on the channel. This is great. So we're going to have that. And we're going to have, we got 3 new donations over there on Streamlabs. So you guys can check out the donations. I got one for $1, which is a Scott Pilgrim guitar playing donation. It's pretty cool. We got a $3 one. We'll give you a Rocket Raccoon. You that? Oh, yeah. You can get that for $3. And of course, $5 brings you Beast Mode. A little altered beast for you, a little altered beast mode. You guys can go ahead and check that out. Of course, bits are available if you guys want to drop some bits. So we're looking for the first donator, and we're also looking for the first bit dropper. So that's pretty cool. Let's give some shout outs here before we get underway with everything. Shout out to the one and only Joe Cronin. You can follow Joe, of course, at Real Cronin over there on Twitter. And of course, on YouTube, make sure you check out Corrupted Podcast, where he's been doing a lot of his streams lately. Of course, Joe Cronin Show is the main channel where you can catch Joe Cronin, so make sure you guys head over there. I think there's Battle Royale Battalion, which is his JCS gaming channel, and you guys can go ahead and check that out. Also, shout out to Foulmouth Ken, who had a great show last night for Foulmouths Live, and of course on Saturday, Insomniac. Make sure you guys check that out, and make sure you sub to his channel, Foul Mounts Network, which is going to be back this weekend. So really looking forward to that. Watch Joe versus Scott Krupp, the number 49. Yeah, I watched it, dude. we could maybe talk a little bit about that later. FMN Nation also, you should be streaming from that, I think, on Saturday for Insomniac. Make sure you guys check it out. And of course, follow Ken on Twitter, at Ken Foulmounts. So there's a lot of content coming to this channel. Foul Play is coming back, I think, next week. So you're going to see the return of Foul Play. And especially for, let me mention for Joe Cronin, daily wrestling content. A lot of wrestling content you can catch there with Joe Cronin. And of course, monetize this, which happens every Friday night. And you're looking at Mr. Points in the Bank. Danny Naughty. Danny Naughty, what's going on? Have you ever seen a kangaroo in real life? Yes, I have. It's at a zoo. Honestly, at a zoo. Metro Zoo down in Miami. That's where I would put it. But Danny Naughty, thank you for joining into the stream here tonight. Joe Cronin, by the way, also Out of Nowhere on Wednesdays. You can check that out. Corrupted Podcast on Saturday. Make sure you're part of Joe Cronin's Patreon. And you get the Corrupted Podcast, which brings up the whole Joe versus Scott McKinnon incident from episode 49. As little as $1 a month gets you Joe Cronin's Patreon, and you can check out that epic moments between Joe and Scott. You have to see it. It is must watch. Absolutely must watch. So make sure you check that out. Of course, monetize this Friday night. What will the Himmelgod do with his points in the bank? Stay tuned for Friday night. Can't send too much on that right now. Justin Bailey, by the way, you can follow Justin at Twitter, Justin Bailey IN, and check out jbshow.net. JB Radio, a lot of great podcasts you can find there. Make sure you check out Justin Bailey. Also want to give a shout out to the one and only Gatekeeper Drew. Gatekeeper Drew Derailed Podcast Saturday night, late night Saturday night podcast, which I'm also a part of, along with the rest of the gang. It's a really great podcast. We play Cards Against Humanity as well as other games, and we talk about a lot of stuff. It's actually really interesting, a little bit more than what you would normally see. By the way, shout out to Canadian Basement. What's going on, Canadian Basement? I'm going to work with him with some games one of these days. If we get some better quality in this hotel, I want to fucking play games with Canadian Basement. So down with that. But follow Drew at Gatekeeper5150. Find him on YouTube, Derailed Gatekeeper. And as I said, Derailed Podcast Saturday nights. Canadian Basement, he's out there. He's hanging out on that podcast as well as yours truly. So I also want to give a shout out to the one and only Billy Ricky. Billy Ricky, you can find on Twitter at BillyRicky03. And of course, Billy Ricky on YouTube. He has the Insomniac warm-up show on Saturdays at around 7, 8 o'clock, somewhere around there. You can check out the warm-up show because, man, Billy Ricky just leads you right into Insomniac. It's awesome. It's a great time. And he plays some badass music while you're watching the show. It's a great time. You got to love him, man. And make sure you guys check out the one and only Billy Ricky. Now, I got to give some love to someone right now because I think last week I missed out on the fact that we have a new subscriber here on Twitch. That's right. We made it to number 2. What's up, Alpha Excalibur? The new subscriber, I want to give some love because I should have been able to give it to him last week, but I wasn't on Twitch. So shout out to the one and only Johnny Ray Sinister. Johnny Ray Sinister is the latest now subscriber to the channel. Yes, Elias, you're still the first one. So we made it up to 2 subscribers now. So we're really getting somewhere now. So thank you, Johnny Ray Sinister, for subbing here to the channel. Of course, you guys can do the same here on Twitch. So yeah, it's really cool. So we got a lot of a couple firsts already done, but we're looking for some new firsts. The first donator to the channel. We're waiting for that first one. You can do that on Streamlabs. It's going to be really cool. As I said, we got some new donations here. And, of course, the first bit dropper. So we're waiting to see who's going to drop the bits first, who's going to go ahead and drop that first donation. You can play live right here on the air tonight. So who knows what can happen. It's going to be a fun show. Really looking forward to checking that out. As I said, for the donations, we only got them at $1, $3, and $5. $1, of course, Scott Pilgrim. $3 if you want Rocket Raccoon. And, of course, $5 gets you fucking beast mode. So, looking forward to seeing what happens with that tonight. So, everything's been growing for me on channels, by the way. So, let me go ahead and let you guys know you can follow me on Twitter at highoctane_buzz, which we're nearing 1,000 followers. We're getting close. We're about 18 followers away before we get to that magic number 1,000. So it's going to be awesome. Guys, help me out there. We get to that 1,000. If you're new here, go ahead and do that. Of course, guys, you know, on YouTube, some of you guys will be probably watching this on YouTube later. So if you're watching on YouTube later, make sure you guys click on the like button, go ahead and hit the bell. Let's subscribe to the channel. We're doing very well on subscribers, over 140 subscribers now already on YouTube. And of course, right here on Twitch, for those of you guys watching live and hanging out, we're at over 250 followers. I think we're close to 260 right now. Might do something special at 300. And I say doing special stuff, I want to do some giveaways here on the channel. So we're looking to do giveaways when we reach the first 10 subscribers here on Twitch. We're already at 2, so we're working our way up. And looking to do something if we get to 300 followers here on Twitch. So we'll have some giveaways going on. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but we got some time yet before we reach that level. I'm not rushing to get there, but when it does, and we'll make sure that we do something really cool for everyone that's here. So really weird to see myself like this, but I've been doing this on Q&As. We do it every other Sunday for Q&A. We had one this past Sunday. It was great. Thank you guys for everyone that joined in for that Q&A. If you guys got questions that you want to have answered tonight, leave it in the chat. Or you can make a donation, whatever it is, whatever you want to do to get your voice out there, you can do that. By the way, all donations support the show only. They do not go to my pocket. They are to support the show. They are to do things for the show, whether it's giveaways or whatnot. And we're going to get into that. Oh, a Battlefield. Yeah, we're talking Battlefield tonight, Elias. We're going to get into that. So definitely going to be talking Battlefield. So tonight on the show, what can we expect? Obviously, we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 4 end of life cycle and what this means for PlayStation 5. So we're going to get into that. Also talking about tonight, Battlefield 5, which was just revealed yesterday. And we also have a little thing called Black Ops 4, which was revealed the week prior. And all of a sudden, we're kind of seeing a fanboy war going on between the Battlefield players and the Call of Duty players. And they're going head to head, while probably the Red Dead Redemption players are sitting back going, please. But it's going to be very interesting. There was a nice little meme I saw today where you see the Battlefield players fading away, the Call of Duty players logo fading away. And what do you see? You see Thanos, who snapped the finger with a Red Dead Redemption thing on him for the upcoming Red Dead Redemption 2, which is going to be fucking awesome. And another thing we're going to talk about tonight, Xbox done? What did I do with Xbox? What are my feelings about Xbox? Did I do something with my Xbox? Find out tonight, and I'm going to talk about that as well. We'll get some E3 hype going on. E3 is just weeks away. By the way, Pippi91, thank you. What is going on, Pippi91? Who's jumped into the chat right there. So, let's talk PlayStation. How about it? Let's just talk about it right off the bat from the beginning. PlayStation CEO John Codera. He's the one who replaced Andrew House. I liked Andrew House with his British accent getting up there on stage. Was it British? I don't know. It could have been British, but whatever it was, dude. Andrew House was freaking awesome when he get up on stage and he just sits there and he talks with that accent. And everyone's like, oh yeah, you know some good shit's coming. But I always enjoyed Andrew House. But now John Codera, PlayStation CEO, mentioned that the PS4 is entering its end of life cycle. And this was very interesting. It was said during an investor relations day where they kind of pitch out a lot of numbers and kind of give investors, little hope and everything is going to be okay. No doom and gloom or anything like that. Kind of like the EA one that had all the Xbox players going nuts. But he says that the PS4 should reach about 16 million units sold this year. Add on to the fact that they've sold 74 million units. Add on those 16 million, we're talking about 90 million units. And of the PS4 and PS4 Pro, even a Slim, whatever it is, either of those consoles, even though they kind of don't make the original that much anymore, it's just Slim and the Pro. But they're expected to reach 16 million in unit sales this year. That's down, by the way, from 19 million from this past year. So it shows you that sales have already peaked and we're kind of just going on that downward slope, which basically means pretty much everyone's got a PlayStation. I got a PlayStation. I mean, everybody's got one at this point. Where do you go from here? So this is kind of that peak, and I don't want people to think this is doom and gloom or any of that stuff. It's kind of that okay, here's where we're heading, and I'm catching up all. Let's see, we got Relif Tatum. Yo, what's up, homie? Yeah, what's up, man, Relif? And of course, you enjoy myself. Thank you. I just caught you guys in there. You have a face that looks like a lot of people. I hate to ask who the lot of people were, but yeah, what's up, guys? But yeah, it's getting back on track here. But the PlayStation, yeah, is starting to slope down a little bit. Doesn't mean anything is wrong. It just means a lot of people already have the console, and we're starting to see that end of life cycle take place. Now, Sony has mentioned in a kind of a statement that they made, because we're coming up on E3 in just a few weeks, and they've stated no new hardware will be shown at E3. So this basically means you're not going to see a PlayStation 5. Now, I've already pretty much predicted this. A lot of people have been predicting this. You know, there's no way we're going to see it. You'll get the people who are like desperate for viewers and basically stating that, oh, it'll be out this year. No, it's not going to be out this year. That's suicide. Next year's even suicide. There's just no way it's going to happen. Relif Tatum, you guys look like Bill Gates, bro. I don't know about that one, but yeah, thanks. But that was pretty funny, though. I like that. But the PlayStation 5, when can we expect this thing? Now, I've said the possibility of 2019 exists, but truthfully, I don't think 2019 is a good time either. Now, 2019 could be a good time to reveal it, maybe like a teaser. And I think that would be a great idea. Although I don't expect to see it till around 2020, 2021. I think we're kind of looking around that life cycle. Because let's face it, I mean, PlayStation's vision, as he said, is to crouch down only to grow afterward. Ralph Titan says he's looking to buy a PS4 Pro in a week. Is it worth it? Yes. Absolutely freaking worth it. Get a PS4 Pro. Especially if you're using 4K TV. If you're using a 4K TV, it's really good. Definitely recommend PS4 Pro. But basically, by saying that they're going to take the step back, this lets you know that there's hardware being worked on and that we're eventually going to see the PlayStation 5 very soon. But I would say in about 2 to 3 years. I think we're in that period. I don't think they want to end this generation that soon to get into another one. Yeah, maybe the PS4 Pro is a little underpowered compared to the Xbox One X, but I don't think that matters when you have exclusive games and content that's taking full freaking power and taking advantage of the power of the PS4 Pro. So, especially when you got a game like God of War, even Horizon Zero Dawn, and seeing how great those games are, how great Spider-Man is going to be eventually when it's released. So, it's an exciting time to be a gamer, especially with E3, but you're definitely going to want to see all the stuff that eventually is coming. But PS4, it's not done yet. We got The Last of Us Part 2 coming up, which is going to be great. We're going to get into Battlefield 5 a little bit there and a little bit thereof. We'll get into Battlefield 5. But yeah, you got games like The Last of Us coming up. You got games like Ghost of Tsushima, which is on the way. There's just so much going on. I'm losing control of my fucking words today. Oh, man. You enjoy myself. What's your opinion of palm nailers for driving? Nail gun. Yeah, nail gun. I don't know. We'd have to really think about that. That's a pretty good question to ask myself these days. But getting back to PS5 here and what's going on. Just so much exciting stuff that's coming up. Death Stranding, another game that's coming up. There's so many games that are coming up for the PlayStation 5. Or not, I'm sorry, PlayStation 4 still. We're not ready for PlayStation 5 yet. I don't think a lot of people are ready for PlayStation 5. But one thing that we can expect that when we do see the PlayStation 5, is there one thing that's an expectation? Guys, put it in the chat if you guys got an expectation of what the PlayStation 5 needs. I know of one thing right off the bat that the PlayStation 5 needs, and that is backwards compatibility. Now, there you go. Elias saying GTA 6 on PS5. Yeah, I think that's pretty much a given. Hopefully that's in Vice City. Vice City, back like down in my hometown south of Miami. We want that. That's what I want. But even though I'm not there now, I'm in Wisconsin. But backwards compatibility, I think, has to be a thing. And the thought how Sony has been using Gaikai, which brought in for the service that they're using with PlayStation Now, is just not a great thing. AJ Hoover, oh, I see you got one. We're going to talk about that one. That's a good one. We'll get you on that one there. But good, what's up, AJ Hoover? But backwards compatibility, be able to play your PlayStation 4 games. This is the thing, because I think the PS4 and the PS5 have to be somewhat compatible with each other, and I think with the chipsets and everything, they're supposed to be similar to one another. So this basically means that I think we're going to get that backwards compatibility that we kind of wanted previously, even though the cell architecture and the x86 that they're using now in PlayStation 4 versus the cell in PlayStation 3, they just didn't vibe together. It just doesn't work. That's why we have PlayStation Now. But most of us can put in the fact that we don't want that. We don't want streaming games. Streaming games sucks. If you're in a shitty internet connection like where I'm at now, it's just not going to work. So, we're going to get to that one there, Rolf. Another good question. Basically, those two technologies couldn't work, and that everything became a mess. They had to stream games. Stream gaming's fucking crap. Everyone hated freaking PlayStation Now. I hate PlayStation Now. They were putting it like a rental service, and I don't want that. I mean, compared to what Xbox is doing with their backwards compatibility, where you could just get the disc, put it in the system, and play the game. That's what we wanted. We couldn't do that because the technology, it just wouldn't work. And I think if they did add cell technology into the PS4, it would have drove the price up. They didn't want that to happen. So we're stuck with that streaming service, but I can tell you when the PlayStation 5 is released, they can't go with PlayStation Now. Streaming is not the way. Get us to take our discs or our downloadable games and be able to play them on the next system. Perfect. If that means that the developers have to come up with a patch to go ahead and do it, I've been hearing about that to make it work. Make it happen, because people probably would love to still play God of War and Ghost of Tsushima and Death Stranding or whatever else they can be able to play. I don't think we'll be able to go back to PS3 or PS2 unless it's a PS2 on PS4 game, which would work. I don't want to see a lot of remasters either in this next generation, so it would be a mess. Now, we've seen a couple of things go by on here. So, let's see if I'm going back in the chat. AJ Hoover says, being able to change your username. Why do I have this feeling maybe at E3 they may announce that? I think it would be a good idea, because I'm sure a lot of people probably want to change their names and got these stupid ass freaking names that they're using on the PlayStation right now. It could be sweaty scrotum balls or something. You know, they want to be able to go change their name. Who knows? It's just really bad. So that some people want to change their names. I think they need to, and I think we're gonna see that. We're gonna see name changes come into play, whether it's here at E3 or eventually with the PlayStation 5. I think that would be a good idea. So AJ Hoover came up with a great one there. Let's see here as I go through what we got here. Relative item. What do you think the price will be when the PlayStation 5 comes out? That's a hard one. God, I don't want to say $600. I don't think it'll happen. I think it might be. I'm sure they want to try and get it down to 400, which is still a possibility, but you're looking maybe 400 to 500. I would probably put it around there. I don't think it'll be a 600. We don't want a PlayStation 3 event all over again. We don't want to see all that kind of stuff and then get giant enemy crabs, or Ridge Racer, all that other shit. Even though I kind of don't mind if they did another Ridge Racer, Namco. Hurry to fuck up. That would be really cool. Ralph Tatum says Red Dead Redemption 2 thoughts. We're going to get into Red Dead Redemption 2 a little bit later on. So thank you for bringing that up. Let's see. Elias talking about Grand Theft Auto already made in Vice City. Yeah, they did a Vice City game, but come on, they've already brought back San Andreas, and they brought back Liberty City in 4. So I think in this one you kind of want Vice City, or maybe they can do London again like they did London 1969. I think that would be interesting. VR might still be a possibility, of course, with the PlayStation 5. They did mention that VR is growing but hasn't fulfilled in the industry's expectations, meaning we still have the kind of the VR issue. Elias saying Montreal. Montreal's a possibility. I have tried PlayStation VR, and the only problem I have with it is there's just too many fucking cords. It's like I pulled it out one day to go ahead and use it, and it's like you had to connect all these different fucking things. I kind of don't want that with my VR. I kind of want it simple. Even though VR might not be taking off. Yeah, the Oculus was definitely a flop. It was definitely a flop. Didn't work out his way. It was a lot of hype, just never happened. Hell, let's face it. What was it? The HoloLens for Microsoft? I haven't even seen that. Remember when HoloLens, they announced that at E3? Boy, we'll get into E3 stuff in the coming weeks. We'll talk about some of the best of E3 and some of their fails. We'll definitely talk about that. But VR, I think, might still be a thing for PS5. I think there's a possibility. If they can lighten up on the amount of shit you gotta freaking hook up and make it simple and easy like they did, I think it would be a huge hit. They've sold, I think, over 2 million units of VR. So they've done okay. But I guess, I think maybe they're realizing that VR is a fad. I mean, how many times have we really seen VR, try to be a thing and it ends up not being a thing? So it's kind of weird. Rel Titan says, when is E3? June 12th through the 14th. We'll get in. I got some E3 stuff we'll talk about in just a few minutes. But VR, it's kind of at the point where most people kind of just don't care, but want to see it. And then we get excited about it for a little bit. And then it's like, it's still expensive technology. I'm not down with it. I put on the PS4 VR and it felt like I was looking through a screen door. It just never felt like that clear image that you really wanted. Although I honestly believe the experience was not that bad. It is pretty good for the price. The games have been pretty decent. Although in the beginning it felt more like tech demo stuff. And then we're starting to see some of those VR games move outside the VR realm. I think Battlezone, which recently went, which was this really cool VR game. And now we're starting to see that you can play it without VR. Of course, Rez was done without VR as well. So we're starting to see some of those games kind of move out of VR a little bit and be on the outside because it opens up the door to everybody to be able to play. Battlezone is actually it's a pretty good game. Let's see. My name is Elroy. Yo, what are we talking about here? We're talking about PlayStation 4 right now. We're going to get into Battlefield 5 and Black Ops 4 in just a few minutes. But E3, by the way, June 12th through the 14th, Relif. So we're going to have, in the coming weeks here, some E3 memories kind of going, because I've been to E3 before. And I want to share those experiences with you. We're going to get into predictions as well for E3. But I think when we do the predictions, we're going to have a nice big cast for this show. It's going to be myself, Mr. Foulmouth Bobbit, the former Monetized as Champion. He's going to be here. Probably going to have Canadian Basement. I'm talking with him. Wanting to be here. Maybe D Moon, whoever I can get to be a part of the show. And we can have a nice big cast. Also, we're going to have live reactions to all the press conferences. So we're going to have all the press conferences going. And we're going to have all of us reacting throughout the entire event. But we're going to have a big prediction show that should be coming up maybe in the next week or so. I will keep you guys informed of that, how we're going to work it. If it's on my channel or someone else's channel, well, we'll see what's going to go on there. Red Dead Redemption 2, yes, you're going to see it. It'll definitely be there. And how about this? Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3, I think, is going to make it this year. There's an early spoiler prediction for you. Kingdom Hearts 3 could be out before the end of October. Book it. Book it now. Kingdom Hearts 3 gets released this year. We heard some word that it will be more than likely at Sony's E3 event, that they might show Kingdom Hearts 3. So kind of keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll talk, in the coming weeks, I'm pretty sure we'll hear about Mortal Kombat. The new Mortal Kombat game is coming, Mortal Kombat 11. We hear a lot of people talking about it, so we'll get into that. So let's get into this whole thing. Yesterday, they had the reveal of Battlefield 5. Really interesting. The trailer it wasn't that great to me. Honestly, I wasn't too enthused about the trailer. It was very CGI and didn't really show off much of the gameplay, and maybe what we saw in the trailer was like, whatever. But I will say that the game is looking really good. I think it's going to be very interesting. It's a lot of the stuff we kind of seen before. We're seeing World War II. I'll be honest about this Battlefield 5 thing. It looked cool, but how many of you actually wanted Bad Company 3? I mean, they're making all these other Battlefield games, but me, I kind of love the Bad Company part of the series. Like, I love Bad Company 1, 2 was awesome, and it was like, I really wanted a Bad Company 3. Relif Tatum, thank you, by the way, for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for following here. Relif Tatum, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, gaining a new follower to the channel. We're getting closer to that 300. We're inching closer. It's like a little inchworm. It's just going to inch its way, to wherever you want it to go. But thank you for being a part of the show tonight and taking part in the chat. I greatly appreciate it. For some reason, I guess the donations are not working. I don't know why. I was hoping that the donations would pop on the screen, or if there's any donations, I haven't seen any yet. But we'll see. They'll pop up. But thank you for the follow there, Roloff. Hopefully I got your name right. I really do. If not, I'm pretty sure you would let me know. But, I can only read from what I can on the screen. But anyway, Battlefield 5, I was hoping for more of a Bad Company 3. Maybe they would have had Battlefield 5 up on the screen and it would change to Bad Company 3 and everyone would have lost their shit because it would have been awesome. But based on what I see, they're going World War II on this, and I'm interested. Some people, either they're happy. Oh, I just caught it on my other stream. I see the star pop up for the new follower. So thank you, Relif Tatum. I just caught it there now. So I'm ahead on one part of the stream and I'm behind on the other one. So whatever it is, I'm kind of watching everything go along. So I don't know if any donations popped or anything, but we'll have to go look at it every once in a while. That's why I kind of got the other screen going. I probably just drove y'all fucking nuts. But anyway. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I'm getting to that part, Elias. Thank you for letting me know. We're getting a little bit of that SJW World War II vibe where they showed the character being female. I don't have an issue with this. I know some people, some of those little nerds out there going, well, excuse me, I don't think that is historically accurate that we've seen women on the front lines of the war. Did you watch Battlefield 1? I mean, there were women there in that game. Did anyone not notice that? I did. We had women characters in the multiplayer of Call of Duty World War II. Didn't y'all catch that? And then they're complaining how they see how there's going to be a female character as one of the main characters in this game. Okay, so what? It's a new day and age. We're in the Me Too era and the SJW era, and who cares, right? Honestly, no one wants to see all that shit. But that's where we're getting to. That's where we're heading. And I kind of don't want to see it, but on the other side, I'm okay with it. It's what it is. It's gaming. We got to incorporate the women, and it's just how it is. I don't think it's a big deal. I know some people do. They've expressed that dislikes. At pretty much, I think on YouTube, where there's a lot of freaking dislikes on the Battlefield 5 video, partly because a female is a main character. So what? I hate to say the words that a black guy was the lead character for Battlefield 1, and people bitched about that one, but it was like, why? Why? Just look at the era we're in. It's PC, it's SJW, it's just how it is. We got to have everybody represented. That's how our games are these days. And we just have to deal with it. It's just how it is. D-Moon, what's up, D-Moon? Just give me Kingdom Hearts 3. That's really all. I'm telling you, I think it's going to be out this year, dude. It's going to be out this year. Definitely. So keep an eye on that. What's up to D-Moon? Hoping to see him tomorrow on Monetize This. And I don't think the belt's on the line tomorrow, but hey, you and I, D-Moon, points in the bank, baby. We're going to have some fun. I'm telling you right now. But remember my promise I made to you. I made a deal with you. I'm going to keep to it. So we can have some fun with that. Hopefully Joe Cronin's not listening right now. He probably listened later. But anyway, Call of Duty. I don't want to spend too much time on the other part. But Call of Duty. Or Elias just made me. Now the dislikes are at 180 dislike and 203,000 likes for the trailer. So 180,000 dislikes and 203,000 likes. Okay, it's kind of half and half. Half and half, I would put it as. I knew it was 180K. Yeah. So, Black Ops 4. Now, I already made a pre-order for Black Ops 4. I also helped Bobbit get a pre-order for Black Ops 4. Both of us watched it, and we were kind of excited for it. We're like, yeah, Black Ops 4. Me, I was more like, zombies, bitches. I want fucking zombies. You know, I'm more excited about that. And we had people who were excited about Battle Royale, and people were excited about multiplayer. Well, both of us pre-ordered the game. Both of us have it set up, ready to go for us in October, which is turning into Broketober again. I mean, look at how many games are being released in October, and I'm already hinting maybe Kingdom Hearts 3 in October. I'm telling you. We got Red Dead Redemption as well in October, so too many games coming out in one freaking time. But Black Ops 4 having a Battle Royale, they skipped out of a campaign, which is why some of the fanboys are starting to like the fact, oh, Battlefield's got a campaign, but Black Ops doesn't. Fuck Black Ops, or they'll have it saying, showing the Black Ops logo fading away. I don't feel so good, with the freaking Thanos thing. We're seeing that. So a lot of the Battlefield fanboys are sitting there talking shit to the Call of Duty fanboys. Call of Duty fanboys start talking shit about the Battlefield fanboys because they don't like Battlefield. Oh, yeah, but you don't have Battle Royale. Here's my thoughts on this Battle Royale thing. PUBG is fun. It really is. Fortnite's a blast. I like Fortnite. Am I really good at either of these games? No. I'm not that good at all. And I'll admit to the fact that I'm not good. I'm not like some of those other players you would see. Would I play just to have fun with it? Sure. I did. I did a few Fortnite streams, and one of the Fortnite streams I did was with Thanos. Hell, I went up to the top of a hill and started dancing as freaking Thanos. I didn't give a shit. I was having fun, to be honest with you. The crowd loved it. Everyone that tuned in for it loved it. Some of the people who watched on YouTube, they loved it. They're like, oh, that was funny. I like that. And we had a good time. Yeah, I got shot up on top of that hill. I didn't care. The rest of the time, I kind of took it a little seriously, and I didn't do that bad as Thanos. I didn't get a victory royale, but still, I didn't care. I was having fun with it. But anyway, both of those games are good. But now here comes Call of Duty. Call of Duty's going to come in with a Battle Royale. There's another one, I think, called Raging Heights. It's another Battle Royale game, but not very popular. Not a lot of people talk about it. But anyway, Black Ops is going to come in with it. It's going to be I'm sure a first-person shooter Battle Royale game. I'd love to see how it's going to work. They're going to have this big, huge freaking map that's a combination of other maps and stuff like that. And they're going to put it all together, and you're going to have vehicles and on air and sea and land. Okay, I get that. Cool. I'm kind of entertained by the idea how it's going to work. We still don't know. I think at E3 we'll get a little bit into Blackout and see how it's going to work. Yet I feel like that, Activision's kind of, Treyarch making the game, they're kind of trying to cash in on the whole Battle Royale thing. And to be honest with you, I'm like, I kind of don't care of seeing another Battle Royale game, but I'm intrigued by how this is going to work. We'll still have multiplayer, and of course zombies with multiple zombies maps. Instead of every few months you get one zombies map, now we'll get two. So featuring the new cast and the old previous cast, which I like. And then this new cast sounds really interesting, so I'm kind of down for it. But either way, I think I'm more of a zombies player than anything else when it comes to this game. And I gotta work with Bobbit and get better at zombies. But zombies is more my thing. The multiplayer, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Oh, okay, boots on the ground. Maybe I'll play for a little bit. Because I hated the advanced movement thing. Sliding and freaking wall running and rocket jumps and all this bullshit. Really hurt the game. That's why Infinite Warfare was fucking crap. Black Ops 3 didn't bother me as much, but I think once you saw it in Infinite Warfare, I was like, okay, enough. I don't want to see this shit. But here we'll have boots on the ground and all that stuff. That's fine. They want to make sure they emphasize boots on the ground and everybody go nuts for it. But yeah, we got the Battle Royale thing. We got the multiplayer and zombies. And they charge $59.99 for it. And we still don't know if they're going to have a season pass on this game. This is one thing that kind of worries me. I've seen some zombie YouTubers out there start talking about season passes. And, they might offer a bonus zombies map for a season pass. I think at E3 we're kind of getting a little more understanding because the only pre-order they've had was for $59.99 Black Ops 4. The content might be a little limited. I think that's going to turn off some people. But maybe they ditch the season passes and make the game for all its content free, because we're seeing that with Battlefield, because Battlefield doesn't have a season pass. They ditched it. So you basically know that means it's going to be a shit ton of freaking microtransactions, obviously, which still sucks for a $60 game. I don't want to see a bunch of fucking microtransactions, but let's face it, we're going to see it. That blows fucking donkey chunks. But it's how it is. So we're going to see a lot of microtransactions. We're going to see a lot of bullshit. Call of Duty can even separate them and say, here's Battle Royale microtransactions, here's multiplayer microtransactions, here's zombies microtransactions. Look at World War II, they have that. They got the regular microtransactions, and then they got the zombies ones. It's there. And I have a feeling that maybe the Black Ops 4, we're going to see the same thing. And then adding Battle Royale ones. So, here's your exclusive weapon skins and all sorts of other things, like charms on your gun. I don't know, charms are stupid. They put them in there in Infinite Warfare. I was like, I don't really want to see these things. But who knows what they're planning. But obviously, they're going to have to put a lot of shit together. The specialists will be back, and they'll have specialist gear and all that other stuff. Expected. And Battlefield, I'm sure we'll see a lot of customization options through microtransactions as well. So they're going to screw you in some way, because obviously one is EA and the other is Activision. So either way, it's just like it's a big freaking implosion. Both of them are equally bad when it comes to microtransactions. Look at Battlefront 2 for Star Wars, and what EA worked on, and how bad it became. Who knows how Battlefield's going to work out as well. But yeah, the fanboys for both of these games, they're just clashing head to head and fucking trying to battle to the death of which piece of software is going to be better. Does it really matter? Honestly, does it really fucking matter? They're both shooters, all right? One's just going to be more multiplayer focused. Well, both of them are really multiplayer focused. You're just going to get a little bit of a single player in one of them. It'll last, 4 hours? Maybe at best, 4 hours? Does it really matter at that point? You might as well just go ahead and play multiplayer, because that's what the games are for. You think about how 30% of the user base from Call of Duty is pissed off at the fact there's no single player. Does it really matter? Honestly, Black Ops 3 campaign was shit. It sucked. Infinite Warfare's was okay. Yeah, the space thing turned a lot of people off. And World War II wasn't that bad, even though you played a soldier that felt like a fucking badass. It just, one-man fucking wrecking crew. So, if I want a one-man wrecking crew, I'll play Doom, because that's what Doom is. So we're seeing this Battle Royale thing. I think that Battle Royale is going to die out at some point pretty soon. I don't think it's going to last maybe another year or 2 years tops. I think Battle Royale is pretty much going to be done. I just don't want to see every game doing Battle Royale. A lot of people thought Battlefield was going to go Battle Royale. People are thinking that Halo is going to go Battle Royale. We're seeing it with Call of Duty. We're going to see how this thing works. I think in the coming weeks, as we lead into E3, we're going to see Blackout, see how this thing works out, and hopefully everything will be okay. Call of Duty, though, I think the year after is going back to Infinity Ward, and they're supposed to have Modern Warfare 4. That one will have a campaign. There's no way they could go another year with no Call of Duty campaign. Now, of course, we've heard that Activision wanted Treyarch to dump the campaign because they felt it was too ridiculous. It featured time travel and all this other shit. So they tried to put a spin on it, saying, we didn't really want to do it, but let's face it, they were working on one. And it pretty much sucked balls. And I think that's part of the reason why they took it out, and we got Battle Royale instead. They're cashing in on the fad, but let's face it, I think, as I said, this is nothing more than a fad, and it's going to die off, as I said, in the next year to 2 years. So all the streamers are getting what they can out of it, but when you look at the big picture, it really doesn't matter. It's pretty much a dead subject. I think a year to 2 years tops, Battle Royale is dead, because they're going to milk this thing fucking dry. Really. And speaking of milking things dry, let's get into Xbox. All right, let's just get right to it. Where do I start? Just this week, Microsoft has released State of Decay 2. And it sucks. Honestly, sucks. The reviews are bad. Metacritic score is bad. I've played the game, and it's garbage. Absolute garbage. I even pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition. So I had it a few days early. Started playing, and the game fucking sucked. I like the fact that you can have permadeath in the game, which is cool. But when you have a game that is glitchy, buggy, and just downright fucking awful, and you add on permadeath with a glitchy ass game, it's gonna suck. Add on the fact if you play multiplayer, you're tethered. Why? I don't want to be fucking tethered. I get it that you want to stick together, survivors stick together. I mean, we're not all thinking this is the fucking Walking Dead and shit, but still, it's the closest thing to it. But permadeath's a big deal. We want to have it in our games, and it's something we really want to enjoy. I think State of Decay could have been something really great if they took the time and polished it right. But they didn't. They put out a game that's half-assed, it's fucking garbage, and it just sucks balls. It really does. Let's go into the game before that. Sea of Thieves, another Microsoft exclusive. Everybody remember what happened with Sea of Thieves? What is it, a sea of no fucking content? There's no fucking content in the game. You go out there and go get chests and kill skeletons and do whatever. It's like, what the fuck? At E3 this year, Microsoft's going to announce content for Sea of Thieves. That should have been there day one. That's some serious freaking bullshit right there. That they're going to announce all this content, DLC content, hopefully which you don't have to pay for, okay? But they're going to put all this content in the game that should have been there fucking day one. Instead, it was an empty game that was filled with potential, and it was dog shit. It was boring. It was just, what the fuck? If you played in single player, it was even worse, which sometimes I played in single player, sometimes I played a little multiplayer, and I'm like, why am I playing this game? Why? This is fucking boring. I was hoping for something big on this, and in the end I got, nothing really exciting. You got to figure that half of the freaking user base came off of Xbox Games Pass, and they're gone. They left. They're playing right now freaking State of Decay 2, and guess what happened? They're going to leave within a couple of weeks. If that. Probably even days. Because the game is a freaking mess. This is one of my problems with Microsoft. They're putting out exclusives that are half-ass freaking garbage. And why? Because they can get away with the fact that people are paying $10 a month on Xbox Games Pass and say, here's $10 of content. That's how I feel about it. I paid $59.99 for that game, for Sea of Thieves, and another $50 for freaking State of Decay. And both of them were big disappointments. Now, granted, Undead Labs is probably going to patch the game and everything to make it better, like they had to do with the original, but the fact is, the damage is done. It's done. What are they going to do? This is the problem that we're in, that we're seeing just mediocre games or worse get released and honestly don't care. They're rushing product out just so they can say they have an exclusive out there for you to play. While PlayStation over there with Sony, they're just churning them out. Nintendo, churning them out. We already know that Nintendo at some point this year will lap Xbox in terms of total sales. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. The Switch is on freaking fire. PlayStation's already plateaued. The Switch is making its way up. I've got a PlayStation and a Switch, and it's awesome. Little spoiler alert. I sold my Xbox One. I was so mad about the lack of content, the lack of quality exclusives, knowing that we're about to head into probably a disappointing E3, which Microsoft says is going to be for 2 hours. They're going to have a 2-hour presentation at E3. 2 hours of what? Third-party games and indies? Because that's mostly what we're going to see. We'll see a couple of exclusives. We'll be lucky if we see Halo 6, right? But we'll definitely see Gears of War 5. Yes, I finally did it, Elias. But I don't, in another Forza, which they'll show a car, which most people can not even obtain. But I'm so bored of the usual exclusives of Halo, Gears, Forza. You can't rely on that. Those teats are freaking milk dry. There's nothing left. Okay? They're done. You need something new. I don't know if a possible Perfect Dark game that they're being rumored right now for E3 is going to help save them. And who knows, that game might be half-ass. Let's face it, Perfect Dark Zero didn't set the world on fire. Okay? It didn't really do very well. Add on the fact that you have franchises like Crimson Sky is a great exclusive. Mech Assault was a great exclusive. You have Conquer, for crying out loud. More Banjo-Kazooie. Do something with those franchises and make fucking games. I would have loved to have seen a sequel to Conker's Bad Fur Day. We still haven't seen that yet. I don't think we're going to get it, which sucks, I think they showed Conker at one point on a game where you can create your own type of games. They showed Conker there, and it was like, oh, dude, Conker. And it was like, yeah, but it's not Bad Fur Day 2. Shows you what we really want. I'd love to have seen a Crimson Sky sequel. I'm still holding out hope for that one. It's been out, since early 2000? We're still waiting for something like that. Probably never going to happen, right? Mech Assault, it would be great if we saw a Mech Assault game, like an online Mech Assault game, because Mech Assault was huge on the original Xbox. We haven't seen anything since those days, of a Mech Assault game. Conker's Conquer, Banjo-Kazooie. We had the Nuts and Bolts game, which really was like, whatever. No one cared. Perfect Dark sounds like the biggest thing to help bring them back, but even though it'll be in a third-person perspective, maybe a bit of stealth with a little pew-pew shooter, but is anyone really going to care? Is that enough for Microsoft to say, here you go? Oh, and here's Crackdown 3 on top of that. Hey, another exclusive. That'll probably be like shit when it's released. They'll probably show that Cloud trailer for Destruction and go, here you go. Here's Crackdown. And Crackdown could turn like Sea of Thieves and State of Decay all over again. Because let's face it, it's not setting the world on fire. It really isn't. Even if it releases this summer, it's not going to do anything to get players excited for Xbox. You know what's really getting people excited for Xbox? Backwards compatibility. We're more excited about games that are 10 years old or 15 years old compared to what is there now. Third party, we can play them elsewhere. Most of those indie games they'll show, we can play them elsewhere. Better yet, like Microsoft has, Play Anywhere, you can go play it on PC. Why own an Xbox? There's no point to it. The thing when you look at Sony and Nintendo and how they're putting their games out and making quality exclusives, and Microsoft is, dancing around. Don't care. Phil Spencer, you've been in charge for 4 years. 4 years you've been in charge of Xbox. What have you given us? Still waiting. Still waiting to see what you're going to do for us. You think there's going to be an Xbox 2? Yeah, there'll be an Xbox 2. I'll still hold on to my Xbox Live account. But, whenever that new Xbox comes out, you better start thinking about games, start integrating the Japanese market, and get some of those JRPGs and all those weeaboo games that we all love, and bring them over. On top of the exclusives, like the awesome God of War is. Okay? Because God of War is just absolutely fucking amazing. Which, by the way, I'm going to be doing more God of War gameplay coming up. I know I've been slacking. I can't really do it on Twitch because of the bad hotel internet. But I am going to have more God of War. I'll probably be recording it and putting it on my YouTube channel, which, by the way, is Brian Himmelgod. Make sure you guys check that out on YouTube so that you guys can see all the content that's coming up. So we'll have that. And, of course, Detroit Become Humans coming out this week. It's been reviewed pretty well. I can't wait to start playing it. And I'm going to have recordings of that alongside everything else that I'm going to have. Dark Souls is going to be out this week. There's a new Bloodstained game. It's like an 8-bit game that's out this week, which is a spin-off to eventually what's going to be Ritual of the Night, which is coming up later. That's the big one that we're all talking about on Kickstarter. And so they threw a spin-off now for $10, which is going to be really cool. A nice little throwback to the old Nintendo days, which is going to be pretty neat. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So a lot of things to look forward to as E3 is quickly approaching. We're weeks away. Sony throwing a non-traditional press conference, giving away a lot of the goodies of what they're already showing. But a lot of stuff that's on the horizon to look forward to, like a Kingdom Hearts, like a Black Ops 4 Battlefield, Red Dead Redemption 2, which I think is going to be probably one of the most awesome games this year. I'm looking forward to Red Dead Redemption a lot. By the way, Rockstar has said they have said there will be no more delays for Red Dead Redemption 2. The release date of October 26th is set. That is it. The game is releasing on that day. So you guys don't worry about any more freaking delays. There are going to be no more. They got 1,000 people working on this game. 1,000 working on Red Dead Redemption 2. This game will be ready. It will be polished. It'll be everything you want it to be. And it is confirmed, Elias. 100% confirmed. October 26th, 2018. Get it now. So, you're not going to wait till 2019. If you wait until 2019 to play Elias, what the fuck, man? You ain't going to wait that long. And I will be streaming it here on Twitch. So, you guys will get to see that. I'm sure a lot of people will be streaming it that day as well. You got the multiplayer and everything, the single player, which I'm really looking forward to more than anything else. Because I'm more of a single player story guy than I am about multiplayer and everything. So, stuff to get excited about because I'm really excited about Red Dead Redemption. But E3 is going to be the time where we speculate. E3 is going to be the time when we really get fucking buck wild and just go with it and have a good time. I know Elias is wooing right now because he can't wait. Pretty sure everyone who's been in here tonight can't wait. Those of you guys watching on YouTube later on can't wait. Canadian Basement! What's up, Canadian Basement? Again. So a lot of hype for Red Dead Redemption, man. And if we got that nice like multiplayer aspect like we had in the first game where we can all hang out and like form our own posse and stuff like that, dude, I could see myself, Canadian Basement, Falmouth, Bobbit, and everybody all like one big ass fucking posse. I don't know who would be the leader though. That would be a story for a fucking another day. We'd all have to decide who the fucking leader of that posse is. So, and just start wreaking fucking havoc in Red Dead Redemption. But I'm looking forward to that a lot. Yes, I sold my Xbox. I know that a lot of people might be upset. Some people might be upset. And, I'd miss out on some of the stuff they're giving. But honestly, Halo's Halo, Gears is Gears, Forza's Forza. I don't care. Can't give me something new, I'm moving on. I already got my PlayStation. I got my Switch. I'm happy enough right there. And I'll be streaming a lot of stuff on PlayStation eventually. If hotel internet was better, I'd be doing a lot more. I fucking can't. It's a shitty deal and the stuff I'm held back on. And like I'm streaming today off my phone. Off my phone. That's how I'm doing it. I don't know how it's pulling up for you guys out on the stream right now. I can only guess about what it's looking like. I can only just look at myself and say, hey, it looks great, you know? And then every once in a while I gotta look back and see if someone followed or someone dropped a donation or whatever. So, because it's a little behind on the computer compared to everything else. But E3, as I said, coming up. Hopefully, Basement, I'd love to work with you on that with Bobbit. Bobbit's already in. I'd love to get you and maybe D-Moon in there as well to kind of do something with the four of us and just start going crazy on predictions and live reactions to all the shows, which would be a lot of fun. I won't be able to do, I think, the Ubisoft show or Nintendo because I'll be at work. I'm back at work again, that's why I'm up here out on the road. Is pre-ordered Red Dead confirmed at E3? Yes, Red Dead will be at E3. There's no way it wouldn't be. Usually, though, Rockstar is not the kind of company to say we want to put ourselves up on stage at E3. So, Rockstar feels like they're better than that, because let's face it, how big they are, they don't really have to be on the stage to show it. But there's a possibility, I think they will. They want to get the crowd hyped. Canadian Basement, we're going to work on a time when we can go ahead and put that together. So, I don't know if I'll be able to stream it on my channel, but we'll definitely do something on whoever's channel it is, and I'll run a show, and we'll have a fucking blast doing fucking predictions and shit. But we'll work on that. We can talk about that outside the show. Basically, though, guys, as I'm wrapping things up here, thank you for everyone for being here, obviously. But, yep, E3, really excited. Even though it's starting to become a little bit more irrelevant each year because of companies pulling out of E3 and companies like Walmart giving all the fucking goodies away, like Rage 2. I don't know how many people are excited about Rage 2 in here. But hopefully they can do something really cool. So hopefully it's something to look forward to. And hopefully we get to see something pretty awesome in terms of gameplay. I don't think they showed us enough of the gameplay during their gameplay trailer to really get hyped. But looking into the future, I think it could be a very interesting game. Even though the story of the first game sucked. Sorry, it sucked. It really did. But really exciting to start talking about stuff with you guys here tonight, kind of get a conversation going. Thank you, by the way, to some of our new followers here tonight. Still looking for that first donator. Who knows? It's going to be, we're waiting for that first one. Hopefully it'll come up very soon down the road. I'm not pushing that. You guys don't have to donate. It's just there for your pleasure. But thank you guys for being a part of the stream tonight. It's a shorter stream because obviously I'm not doing any gameplay. We got plenty of other streams going off tonight. As I said, Thursday Night Throwdown with Joe Cronin's coming up. We got Bill and Ken's Excellent Adventure coming up for another episode. I don't think Wrestling Memories is tonight, so but they usually run on a Thursday. And let's face it, there's a lot of Thursday streams going on, so it's nice to keep it kind of a little short, truncated tonight. Although in the coming weeks, expect a little bit longer episodes, especially with E3 on the horizon. I want you guys to throw your questions in. Anything you guys want to talk about, make sure you guys send that to me. You can DM me on Twitter. It's highoctane_buzz. Send me a DM, some stuff that you guys want to hear about on future episodes, things you're hyped up for E3. Let's go ahead and get them out there so that way on next week's episode, we could talk about that because we're into the E3 hype phase now. Memorial Day weekend's this weekend, so hopefully everyone has a great Memorial Day weekend. I will for sure, even though I got to go to work tomorrow. I'll still get at least my 3-day weekend to get it, hyped up and excited. Especially tomorrow is Monetize This. Really exciting time. Could the belt be on the line tomorrow? We don't know, so I think that's going to be very interesting. And what I might do with my points in the bank if I cash in. I don't think I'm going to cash in right away, but the possibility is there. I'm trying to wait for D Moon to see what he's going to do, but maybe D Moon might be waiting to see what I'm going to do. So it's kind of a weird situation. So who knows if the belt's going to be on the line tomorrow, because I don't think Ken even has the belt yet. I think Bobbit actually still has it. He might be bobbing them titties with the belt as far as we know, and could be saying, oh yeah, I didn't get the shipping label yet. He could be making something up while he's bobbing them titties with the belt. So we have no idea what's going on. But tomorrow should be an interesting show. We don't know if the belt's going to be on the line. We've been hearing rumors that it might be on the line. But make sure you tune in for Joe Cronin's channel to see the show tomorrow night. I'll be there in some way, in some capacity tomorrow, whether it is a cash-in or maybe I tease a cash-in or something. You kind of get everybody hyped and have a good time. So I know the wheel will probably be in play. Joe's ankle might be in play. Who knows after he messed up his ankle just a few days ago. But Joe, get better, man. It sucked. I saw his ankle on Twitter today and it was all swollen. I was like, damn, son. What the fuck were you thinking? You're getting older, bro. It's just how it is. So hopefully, don't fuck it up anymore. But Monetize This Friday night. Make sure you guys tune in for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed everything here tonight. It's a little bit, as I said, a departure to kind of do an IRL. We can't do any games right now. I'm going to try and jump online later. If you guys do see me on PlayStation, it is highoctane_buzz. You guys can find me on PlayStation. I'm going to try and jump online, whether it's Fortnite or anything else. Maybe it's Call of Duty or something, and be able to play some games. And by the way, thank you to Ice Wallow Come 1123. Ice Wallow Come 1123. Thank you for following here on Twitch. That puts us at 260. We're 40 away from 300, but I'm not pushing that one. Hopefully we get more followers over on Twitter so we can get to that 1,000. Maybe we can have like a milestone show where we hit the milestone of 1,000 followers over there. Compared to everything else. For those of you guys watching this later on, of course, on YouTube, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. hey, you put that in there, I swallow, buddy. But thank you. As I'm reading it now, it says I swallow. Yeah, I swallow. Ah ha ha ha! You're funny. But anyway, that's why I kind of broke it up. Anyway, thank you guys for being here for the stream today. Thank you for everyone who's been here. Thank you for all the new followers. Thank you guys for being here. If you didn't, if you guys are going to subscribe, thank you to my subscribers. Of course, Johnny Ray Sinister and Elias. Thank you guys both for being subscribed. Yeah. Pranked. Very funny. Ice Wallow. Come 1123. Yeah. I saw what you did. Very funny. But hey, I like that. That's all right. I like a good joke every once in a while. Anyway, guys, let's get out of here. Let's tune it out for the week. We're going to get ready for the weekend. Hopefully, as I said, you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend. I know I'll be getting drunk and having a good time, so who knows? My drunken ass might show up on Monetize This tomorrow night. So get ready for that. I am Brian Himmelfarb, a.k.a. the Himmelgod. Thank you guys for being here. YouTube folks, like, comment, subscribe. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for all the views and support. Thank you guys for all the support here on Twitch. Hopefully we can get some gameplay and stuff coming up soon. As I said, God of War gameplay going to be coming up on YouTube. Also, Detroit Become Human gameplay also coming up on YouTube as well. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you guys on the next episode, on episode 7, next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you guys came in late, you know, start a little bit sooner than normal. But thank you guys for being here. I'm the Himmelgod, and I'll see you all next time.